Hey there. 6 years ago today, I lost my job. And yeah, that's kind of worth celebrating. Here's what happened. I drove nervously to work on Monday. Things had started getting uncomfortably weird the previous Wednesday afternoon, and they'd progressed to unbearable by Friday. I talked to my bestie over the weekend, and we figured out how to broach what was happening with my boss. He was waiting for me when I walked in. He insisted I come into his office before putting my coat and bag down. This is weird, I thought. HR was in his office. Oh, so this is happening. My chest tightened. I could hear my pulse pounding in my ears. We're going in a different direction with the department, HR said. Here's your severance package paperwork. I've packed up your office, and a car is waiting to bring you home. I'll help you clean out your car. Perfunctory. I shakily asked if I had done something wrong, and she said no. So I shook my boss's hand and told him I had enjoyed working for him. And then with my mind swimming, I carried the boxes from my office. The company's not in trouble. They just won a national award. Another direction with the department, my ass. I helped them clean out my large company SUV. The back was full of bulky toddler paraphernalia they hadn't considered when they ordered a sedan to bring me home. The car barely held it all. I had to sit in the front seat. Awkward for the poor car service driver. What the hell just happened? I texted my husband, then my best friend met me immediately for margaritas. The next day I called an employment attorney. I told her the story, and she said, "It sounds like someone there just didn't like you." So I thought about that. There was only one person that could be, and unfortunately, he was the chairman, and his name was on the building. A few days later, I called HR with some final questions before I signed the paperwork. I had nothing to lose, so I asked, "You don't owe me an explanation, but did Ed just not like me?" She sighed, and she said she shouldn't tell me, but then gushed the whole story. He didn't think I had the personality to do my job. A job I'd successfully done for other companies in much tougher environments, so clearly not true. Now, some bonkers stuff happened between when he decided this and when I actually got fired, and honestly, after hearing all of it, I was glad I didn't work there anymore, but still. Until then, I had never thought my identity was tied to my career, but it clearly was. And it felt like my career was over. I had done all the right things. College, engineering job, promotion to project engineer, promotion to project manager, promotion to team leader, promotion to director. For 2 decades, I played by the rules. And the job I just lost, I'd specifically sought out because it was a stable, safe job. Because that's what you do when you have a family to support. You play it safe. You follow the rules. So I did what I was supposed to do. I started looking for another job, but I couldn't get into it. I dreaded the interviews. What was I doing? Not anything I really liked. Hell, my dad was the one who told me to go into engineering. I was good at it, yeah, and I used to like it, or parts of it. And it finally hit me that I just didn't take all of those promotions because I was supposed to. Promotions happened with new jobs and companies meant a little fun and figuring things out. And then, well, I was always looking for what was next. I was endlessly searching for a place I fit and that fit into my life. And it just didn't exist. At least not at someone else's company. So I started my own. I didn't know what I was doing or how it would work out, but I couldn't bring myself to put the good little corporate girl mask back on. Not without trying to build something that lets me be me. That was at the beginning of 2019, and I've never looked back. And that stupid mask is in the compost bin. The work status quo doesn't fit so many of us because it wasn't designed for people who don't fit a very normative mold. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can have a livelihood that fits your life, and I did it. And I did it with only a little bit of know-how and an idea, undiagnosed ADHD, a global pandemic going on, and a young child struggling in school from his own neurodiversity, or divergence. Diversity. Now I help others who don't feel like their work fits or has ever fit them. And that's how Weirdly Wired Women came to be. Now I'd love to know what else I can do for you. If you've got a minute, I put together a 4-question survey so I can make sure I focus my emails on what you find the most helpful. Click the button in the email and let me know what you think. It really is a very short survey. All but the last question are multiple choice. But if you want to spend more time on it to avoid turning on the news or adulting in any way, feel free. Your secret is safe with me. Till next time, Kristen. P.S. I published this story first on Substack, which is where you might start seeing emails from me, so I don't have to format them twice. But as always, you'll be able to unsubscribe at any time, and you don't have to subscribe to anything special on Substack in order to get them. See ya. Bye.